Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rogues Gallery. Bit Rebellious, thank you so much for the raid. Elixir, thanks for giving a shout out to Bit Rebellious. If you're not following Bit Rebellious, you should. Brand new streamer, just getting started. Wonderful, wonderful person. I play RPG games on Wednesdays with Bit Rebellious, so check it out. Give a follow. What were you up to tonight? And Neo Gets, I see you. You were not late. You got here before me. So, and yeah, we might have some monkeys on the bridge. I don't know. We're going to Monkey Island. One would assume that monkeys might appear. I have updated. I got level knots added. So when we hit March and I start just doing games from the wheel for a bit to knock out some games that are on the wheel, that's a thing. It's there. I know nothing about level knots. Crewman Gary, prepare for monkeys, but no shenanigans. Oh dear. Crewman Gary's gonna Anode Heart, Cyberpunk, Creature Collector with a deck building minigame. Wow. Cyberpunk Creature Collector. So like a Cyberpunk Pokemon, but with a deck builder. I'm not super good with deck builders because they require too much thought. But that sounds interesting. I might have to check out the VOD if there is one, just to see what it was like. Hi, Puddleglum. Welcome. How are you tonight? Let's see. It's Monday here. You know what happens on Mondays here? The Stream Punks stream a game. So after our game, we'll be popping over to Althaven for the next installment of Beacon. I'm excited for that. Today was a weird day at work because we all got moved from Google for Mail and Calendar to Microsoft 365 for Mail and Calendar at the very last minute on Friday. So today was a lot of trying to get tools set up and functional to work with how each of us works. So I know, I'm so sorry, Sterling. You're not figured out VODs yet? No worries. Yeah, I tried and yeah, that's why I sent you a thing to warn you that you were gonna get a bunch of notifications. It wouldn't be so bad if they came all at once. Well, I had to, I was having a problem with Microsoft Teams, and in order to fix the problem, I had to delete the team, recreate everything, but I had to do it in a specific sequence in order to create the group and the team and have them connected with the right email address. But then because you can't just disconnect something. If you delete one of the elements, it deletes all of them. I had to recreate all of the tasks in Planner that were linked to the team and the group. And I'm not even done with that yet, but it is now, I think, going to function the way I wanted it to. Microsoft Teams is one giant problem. Yes, honestly, yes. I wish I could have I probably could have just gone to SharePoint and done everything in SharePoint, but whatever. Pretty uneventful day, putting a pasty meat pie thingy in the oven for dinner. Oh, pasties are really good. We used to, when I was in Minneapolis, there was a food truck that did pasties, and they were so good. And then it's been rainy the last couple of days, and it was super foggy today and really humid. And at one point, my office, for some reason, they were blasting the heat. And my office got up to at least 74 degrees today with relative humidity of 60%. It felt like summer in my office. So yay. Not yay. And then we have a wind advisory until tomorrow. But I mean, they're supposed to get lots of snow up north and west of us. Bit rebellious. A pasty is basically a hand pie. So if you think of like a calzone would almost technically be, actually a calzone would be a pasty. It's just, it's basically that. You've got the pastry shell and like filling inside of it. The difference between a pasty and like an actual meat pie is that the meat pie is going to be wetter. The filling is going to be wetter. It's going to have more liquid, where the pasty is made with things that it'll be moist, but it won't have liquid. So that when you're biting into the hot pasty in your hand, it's not going to dribble out all over the place. And they were basically the lunch for the miners in Britain. I guess it would have been like tin mines. Well, and so the thing is, calzones typically don't have tomato sauce either. So like, that's why I say like a calzone basically is a pasty. It has a slightly different kind of pastry, and you put a different set of ingredients inside, but you typically don't put tomato sauce in a calzone. You dip it in tomato sauce. So it really is very much like a pasty. Meat, potatoes, onions, sometimes carrots and rutabagas. Yeah. I had my favorite one from the food truck was a pork and apple pasty, which ended up being more liquidy on the inside than you kind of want, but it was really good because the apples made it really, really good. Call me unprofessional, but there's tons of innuendos in here. I don't know what. I have missed them all. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I got lost. We're gonna do Monkey Island tonight. Wednesday, I'm being joined by Archivist Cat, and we're gonna talk NASA stuff. From the James Avitabile collection. I don't know how to say the name. It's Avitabile. Evitabile? Evitabile? I think Avitabile sounds more like it might actually be the way it would be pronounced. I'm gonna have to check on like Wikipedia or something and see if it has pronunciation. I can't pronounce it either, but it'll be interesting regardless. Sterling, everyone's 13 on the internet. Rutabaga is American for Swede? Huh. Yeah. I only know it as rutabaga. You know what I think would be really good? You'd have to have the right combination of things, but I am a huge fan of jicama. I actually take jicama with my lunch every day because I wanted a vegetable, and jicama is something that I can cut up at the beginning of the week, and it's still crunchy and crisp, and hasn't it doesn't brown. It's still good at the end of the week. Jicama it's texturally similar to like a Granny Smith apple. It's got a fresh vegetal flavor. It's Jicama. But if you look for like jicama substitutions, people point to radishes. I don't like radishes. I don't understand how a radish would be a jicama to alternative, but they go radish, turnip, and apple are like the three. I tend to think that of those, I think apple is the closest to jicama, but apples are sweeter. You don't think you have those in the UK? I believe jicama is, I assume, just based on the name, that we got it in the US from somewhere in South America. Commonly, okay. Pachyrhizis erosus, commonly known as jicama or Mexican turnip, is a native Mexican vine. Although the name jicama most commonly refers to the plant's edible tuberous root, it is in the pea family, Fabaceae. Interesting. I did not know this. It grows flowers, either blue or white, and pods similar to peas. I honestly did not know any of that. I just know that we eat the root, and that I like the root because it's got a little bit of sweetness. It's crunchy. It doesn't brown when you cut it. It stays crisp and crunchy for an entire week after I've cut it. So I cut it into sticks and I just take those with my lunch, and I don't know, it works well. Hello, Detective Zen tweaks the environmental pumps on the ship so that it not only sounds like the ship is farting, but smells like it too. No, Zen, no! Oh dear. Now I want an apple. Good thing I have some in the fridge. I have a Granny Smith in the fridge too, but I also have jicama sticks in the fridge. Anyway, yes, Wednesday I will have a guest, and we're gonna look at NASA stuff, and then and y'all better be on your best behavior, because our guest used to be our grad student and is now a fellow archivist employee, and so you have to be nice to her. And then Saturday should be more rescuing famous people from Mars, and then Sunday Control, all that stuff. Cosmic Crisp? I've never heard of Cosmic Crisp. But there are a lot of new apple varietals that I'm not familiar with. Washington State University. Cross between the Enterprise and the Honeycrisp. I am unfamiliar with Enterprise apples. I know Honeycrisps because they were invented by the University of Minnesota. And so living in Minneapolis, I grew to know Honeycrisps very well. Closest I have is apple and cinnamon hot cross buns. Hot cross buns. Just be nice to Kat. Oh, congratulations, Detective Zen. You were selected as our VIP for the stream. You can thank Roganbot 2700 for making that selection. But enjoy your temporary diamond. We're rewarding pranks. Hey, talk to Roganbot. Tend to eat Braeburn apples the most. See, growing up, I just had red delicious and yellow delicious, and honestly, they're both horrible. They're mealy and ugh. And we had crab apple trees in the backyard, and so they didn't even grow edible apples. And so my go-to is Granny Smith. Because they're tart, they're crisp, they're crunchy. I like the texture. Granny Smith is where I go. Oh gosh, Hannah, hello, welcome back. Thank you so much. 36 months. I think the alerts used to have sound, but I don't know what happened to it. Wait. Did the alert have sound? Oh. For some reason, for me, the sound was it wasn't in the monitor, so I didn't hear the sound. I have turned it down. And made it so I should hopefully hear it. Tart, crisp, and crunchy, like me. It had sound and lots of it. Oh dear, sorry. I don't know what happened. It should not have. Let me see here. Just gonna do a quick. Let's pretend we got a follower. Did that have sound? It looks like it has sound, but I don't hear the sound. What about this? There. I heard it that time. And that was a much more reasonable volume, I hope. Y'all. Someday I'm going to get everything consolidated and into tools that I understand. And oh, Bit Rebellious, thank you for rating in. Thank you for stopping by. Again, if anybody's not following Bit Rebellious, I encourage you to do so. And go have fun with your puppy. Second one was still loud? Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna... You know, if we get more alerts, let me know if they're too loud, because I don't know why they were, but I don't want to hurt anybody's ears. All right. Should we Monkey Island? How's the sound on the game? As I click a button, then now there's no sound. But 2-5 at 20:53.
Do you remember where we were?
Kind of. But remind me a little.
Kind of. But remind me a little?
Okay. I was after the secret of Monkey Island, and I decided that the easiest path to the island was to sign on to crew on LeChuck's ship. I would mount a mutiny at some convenient time. There were two problems. I needed a mop to get the job, and they knew who I was. Now, back to the story.
Okay. Right, we have string
It's hopeless.
that cannot be untangled. We have a sponge.
It's good for relieving stress.
We have a stuffed
It's
animal.
soft and extra fuzzy.
We have
The pen is mightier than the sword.
my state-of-the-art pen. A coin purse. Hints. A monocle. Always
Makes
useful.
things look bigger.
Ooh, I think I know what the monocle should be used for. Trivia book and open the to-do list. Join LeChuck's crew. Solve problem. Quartermaster recognizes me and won't hire me. Get a mop. Seize LeChuck's ship at the earliest opportunity and find the secret of Monkey Island and relive the glory days. This all sounds good.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories. cash would have been better. The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better.
All right. No point visiting the locksmith yet.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
But let me
Darn
try.
it. I've been trying to inventory the spiders, but they keep eating each other. I have to start over.
Thanks for the memories. Monocle. Magnify the tiny numbers.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
Yes.
Hot diggity, what a day, huh?
I now have the serial
This is
number.
the number for the jail cell lock.
I now need a key. Spent time looking through my inventory, reminding myself what I carried. I also had a habit of reading signs out loud. I mean, why not?
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hi.
Mr. Brush. Have a key made for the jail cell.
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure, good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh, wow. What a coincidence. I had no idea.
It's the same kind they use over at the jail. Thank you.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
A key.
This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells.
Here.
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan. I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
A key here.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case. Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
I don't know. Let's try it.
No thanks, I'm about to be acquitted. Escaping looks bad.
Okay. That wasn't even a quest. It wasn't even on our to-do list. So of course it's the first thing I managed to do, right? I need a mop. Maybe the... Oh, I remember where the mop is. Thank you for the self-care. Who would sentence someone in that fancy hat? Grosvenor's mansion. Whew. I remember where the mop is. I have to go and talk to the chef. Cook? Are they a chef or a cook? Is there a difference? Yes. Going out of business. Oh, the International House of Mojo is going out of business. Everything seems to be going out of business these days. All right, we gotta talk to the cook person at the Scum Bar. If I can remember how to get in. Oh, there's the door. Don't mind me. I'm just ignoring them.
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Unless you're talking about a chef cook, a cook who specializes in cooking chefs. Oh dear. What was that you were trying to tell me about mops before?
What was that you were trying to tell me about mops before?
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not
What?
as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and use for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle. The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree, a tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
What kind of wood is the tree?
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. What's wrong?
You gave the story the wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get to the piratey parts?
Ouch!
Even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than
Boy
you would
Brush
think.
gets
It
points.
seemed crazy to me at the time, too. But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Mop Quest. I think it grows in the corner kitchens.
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old.
No trees out here. Sir, why do you have a picture of the Stave-Puffed Marshmallow Man in your galley kitchen?
Looks like a mugshot.
Stay away from that picture.
Looks like a mugshot.
It's supposed to be the chef, but... Candles... Alright, if we're good... Oh! 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 Mop Quest! Mop Quest! It would be a picture... It would be funnier if it was a picture of a mug. I know what we need. For our Mop Quest, we need a map.
Hey, Wally.
I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop
I'm
from.
looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Okay. Ah! I need a sliver of wood. Does that... Make mop. Find the mop handle tree. Are there any wood slivers in the International House of Voodoo? Or am I supposed to go back and just get a sliver from the mop handle? Don't mind me, I'm just wandering. Maybe that was the chef the cook cooked? Hello, Iron Trout. How are you today? To evening? Tonight? To whatever. He's new, isn't he?
Well, it's definitely a mop.
Stay away from my mop.
You just need a sliver of wood from
Well,
it.
you look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse, Marlin is here.
Who?
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak
Yak
fat on
fat?
the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has
Ingredients.
in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
It has ingredients in it. That's so unusual. Where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
Where did he say he had the dish he wants you to make?
At the governor's mansion. It's probably some exotic, weird-tasting thing from a swanky cookbook.
Ah, I need to borrow the cookbook.
If I brought you a recipe, could you make it?
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
I don't have one of those hats.
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
Can I ask you again about the mop I need to make?
Sure.
What kind of wood did you say the tree was?
I didn't.
Okay, thanks.
I knew it wasn't going to be as easy as just grabbing the,
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, but I'm not
It had ingredients in it or something.
your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my dinner.
I don't work here. I'm not a waiter.
Hop to it!
Right away, sir.
okay. The governor's mansion. Do I remember where it is? Oh yes, I was just there. Poor man looks like he got hit in the face with a frying pan. That's not a bad idea. Frying pan. Excellent, excellent melee weapon.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
I'm looking for wood splinters. Ooh, a door.
It seems to be stuck closed.
Of course. I knew that too. Or I would have already been in there. All right, to the governor's mansion. All right, autobiography of John Laney. Nah. Big Book of Treasure Maps. Endless Tale of the Voyage That Would Not End. Voodoo Tricks You Can Do at Home. Ingredients by Barbie LaFlay.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
But what do you need? I've come for a recipe.
Well, I've come for a recipe. A dish you served at a recent function. It's been described as hot and having ingredients in it. Ring any bells?
I do host plenty of functions. but I'm afraid I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
So what book did I borrow that I need to return?
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff. Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
But fine. Take the back way into the island's interior. All right, there's trees in the forest. I need a sliver of wood from a tree. Yes? Purple flowers, carnivorous plant. Well, let's go towards the carnivorous plant. Snake, frog, mushrooms. Careful taking the back way. Seems dangerous.
A classic specimen of Alata needlius, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth. I'm hopelessly lost without a map. Warning: the dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Yeah, I would love one. I don't think I'm gonna find a sliver of wood this way, am I?
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Museum of Pirate Lore. Let's visit
Hi there.
the museum.
Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad, the curator and docent here. I also edit the Pirate Times newsletter. Here, take my business card.
Thanks?
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore. And if you have any questions, just ask.
Let's explore.
Is this a left hook or a right hook?
That once belonged to the dread pirate Meat Hook. Supposedly he was ambidextrous. Also, he used to live right here, on Melee.
That's a nice coffin.
The one with the ore. Yeah, the coffin had a lot of water damage when I got it from the voodoo lady in town. But I managed to restore it. It was used by a certain well-known captain in a daring escape from a Turkish prison.
The water damage is actually from the swamp on Scab Island.
Unlikely. The prison in question is nowhere near Scab Island.
Just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
Tell me about this hunk of wood.
That's an original plank from the Golden Hind, autographed by Francis Drake himself.
What was this cinder you got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What? Elaine?
The recipient was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me.
It was a really touching letter.
Plunder
I put the
Bunny.
candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it, but it was touching.
Thanks a lot.
Plunder Bunny.
That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
thieves, mostly.
No. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
I love the parrot. I want to pet the parrot.
What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually. I was pretty much public enemy #1 on Fat Island at the time. I stuck Kate's picture
Spoiler
on it so
alert.
she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important.
It was flashing spoiler alert at the bottom of the screen.
Tell me again about the wanted poster.
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize.
Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces.
Ooh, I need that.
There's some very tiny writing on it. What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on though, and nothing happened.
Yeah, I'm guessing it was spoilers about one of the other games.
The display case is locked. There's some very tiny writing on it.
Aha. Come on.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read.
Uh-oh.
What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because I was melting them. I had an armload of mugs, and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate. Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
Sure you do.
That map looks familiar.
That's 1/4 of the original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
You should think about hiring a research assistant.
Oh, I did. Unpaid, of course. Intern.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book at the Fat Island Library. It's the actual note left by the ghost pirate LeChuck when he kidnapped Governor Marley.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's highly personal and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
See if there's anything else to click. Yes, always pay your interns.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
Role-playing group on Thursdays? Sounds like Critical Role. You know, there's every chance that that is what they were referencing. Because this game is
I'm
new.
going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. Doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
I see you wear a peg leg despite having both of your original legs.
I see you wear a peg leg despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
I love that they're very aware in their humor. Parrot food?
It's cracker mix. Some assembly required.
Some assembly required? That's all that's back here? Okay.
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet. Pirate Times, editor Conrad Lee, ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
I don't know. I don't know what you assemble.
It doesn't seem interested. It's a working parrot. I shouldn't bother it.
It's not interested in the cracker mix because some assembly is required.
There's some very tiny writing on it.
Trivia book, hint. I have a key. It's not gonna work.
It doesn't fit.
What? Is something wrong?
Well, I was just wiping a smudge off the glass.
Oh, all right. But be careful. Guard parrots are attack trained.
The monocle is not powerful enough. All right. I need something else to get here. What do you assemble? Avengers. Legos. Those are good choices, both of them. Lego Avengers? Game is giving a skewed perspective of what archivists do. For a real look, tune in on Wednesday. Gingerbread houses. Of course, gingerbread houses. Wow, it won't even let me go there. Lookout point. Let's head to the shipyard. Again. Read the note again. Read the sign.
remember the first time Stan tried to fleece me.
Memories, like the corners of our mind.
It always looks bigger on this side of the island.
Misty watercolor memories of the way we were.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. If a ship was shot full of holes, Stan would stick oars in them and call it a galley.
Call it a galley. Song lyrics have been detected. Okay. I feel like I'm walking in circles.
Hi again. I'm thinking about going on LeChuck's expedition after all.
I'm glad to hear you decided to patch things up.
Nah, he doesn't want me on the ship. I'm blacklisted. I'm gonna have to go in disguise.
These Shakespearean comedies just write themselves.
Hi there, little guy.
Is it because you're going round and round? Yes. It's because I literally have been walking in circles around the island. As long as we're spinning round, as long as you're spinning right round, baby, right round, like a record player. Uh-huh. I spin you right and round, baby, right and round, like a record player. I haven't thought of that song in a while.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Grog?
I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4.
Confused by what I had to do next, I just wandered aimlessly, waiting for inspiration to hit. Give a guess to the next step by giving your history of being bad at this style of game. I mean, I could always ask the game for a hint too. Let's see. I'm tempted to go back to the map shop. Oops. I clicked outside the game.
Hey, watch it!
What? Who threw the glass out the window? It was you, wasn't it?
Nice and hot. Wonder how long I could stand here before bursting into flames.
Happily awaiting being shown something I hadn't remotely thought of. I don't know that I'm going to do that, but sure, I will try. All right, back to Low Street. All right. I said I was thinking map shop. Take another monocle.
Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
Yes, there is an outline of a body on the bar floor. All right, I think with 2 monocles, that I have an idea. Suddenly, the world was brought to a stop, and a giant set of letters saying game paused manifested before my eyes. Truly, the sea gods were angry that day. And then my vision was overtaken by a screen that said, "Be right back," because it was time for 3 minutes of corporate imposed advertisements. The auto ad is about to start, so I'm going to pop to the "Be Right Back" screen, and I'll see you in about 3 minutes. Okay. The ad break should be over, so let's continue. To the museum. All right, now I have double monocle.
If one monocle is good, two is better. This was a good idea. They magnify stuff even better since I stuck them together.
Somehow I knew that was gonna work. Double monocle! Wait, double monocle. Isn't that just glasses?
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down. This is the one for the museum display case. Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet.
I wonder what assembly is required for those crackers. All across the sky? What does it mean? Wait, what? Where do I want to go? High Street. Key shop. Locksmith.
Hi there.
Hi. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps. Oh, I'd really like some crackers.
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
I found some cracker mix. You could bake fresh crackers in your furnace.
Thanks. The ones on the plate were getting a bit stale. Take some if you want.
Don't mind if I do.
Yes! Yes!
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I have now museum display case key and crackers.
I've got enough to last me. Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
All right, it's heisting time. I should save. I really should save, shouldn't I? There. All right. Crackers. Key. Meanwhile, at the mansion.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Well, it's a start. Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
Coffee? Get a mop. Nope, make a mop. Find the mop handle tree. It's in the forest. I know it is. But I can't see the trees for the forest. We go mushrooming. Go this way.
Hopelessly lost without a map.
The mushrooms dump you right out at the beginning. What if I go this way and then mushroom?
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Yeah, I need the map. But I'm so confused. What Well, to the governor's mansion. Maybe the queen is still there. Maybe Elaine is still there.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
Okay. What next? I like the kind of chill steel drums.
Hey, kid.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
See you later.
Yep.
I love that's him talking with his hands. What other problems am I to solve?
I got my golden key. But then, that is not enough.
You
Some islands you should
say
not visit. But what can you do? Everybody thinks they know more than the other. Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
Yes.
Some islands you should not visit.
But what can you do?
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
I can't go in the... Is there a... Trivia card! Sign!
Employees only. It seems to be stuck closed. It seems to be
Mama,
stuck closed.
stop yelling questions out the window. But... What is a sign on the adrift shop? Or adrift ship? I do not know. We will find out eventually, I'm sure. Mama who told me. Mama who bore me. Mama gave me no way to handle things. Who made me so sad?
They're having a half-off sale.
Huh. I'm uncertain what to do now.
The curtains are for sale too?
Yeah.
Green, half off. How much for the safe?
It is not for sale at...
Someone's very excited I'm looking at this. Looks like it's been there forever. Not for me. I'm not gonna touch it. A crystal. Yeah, this isn't that kind of game. Keep up the good work, buddy. It's a creepy shrunken head with long, stringy hair. I'll take this disgusting shrunken head.
That's my last one. Quite the bargain.
What?
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy.
All my merchandise is top shelf.
Can't you at least wait until I say what I'm thinking? It's creepy. It says everything must go, but it says it with numbers. Too bad it's empty. Do you do gift wrapping?
We're out of wrapping paper, unless you'd like it wrapped in the skin of a lizard.
No thanks. An empty basket. I got what I needed elsewhere. Next time I'm in a drum circle, this would come in handy. Pointy.
It is a non-magic.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Threatening, frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumble-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons. Use with threads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Oh, is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Wow. 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 That was great.
I've always been impressed by your chair.
Thank you.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive. Even
Yes!
Old
Yes, I need the forgiveness frog. I need the forgiveness frog to get the recipe. All right, forgiveness frog is back to the governor's mansion, but first I want to go to the scum bar and see if I can whittle off a piece of the mop handle using the knife that we just got. Even though whittling is strictly prohibited by the release that I signed verbally.
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Stay away from my mop.
How's it going with that nightmare customer
Oh,
guy?
oh.
Like it's full of cannonballs and splintered
Order of
rubber.
operations.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
I need the recipe first, and then I can get the piece of the mop handle, I bet. Yeah, there's the outline for the body, including an outline of the hat. Why am I going this way? I should go this way. And I thought Portico could weave some legal voodoo. Detective Zen, I believe you have just earned some points. Okay, to the governor's mansion! Forgiveness frog for Carla!
The voodoo lady said it was a forgiveness frog. This is for you.
You're giving me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Ah. Dear Elaine, dear Wally, dear Carla.
Dear Carla.
Sorry for blowing you up that one time. Sorry for forgetting your birthday. Sorry for forgetting our anniversary. Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
I realize that you are tough on toughness. I realize that you are hard on softness. Or I admire that you're hard on softness. I value that you are dedicated to dedication. I appreciate that you are keen on bluntness. She's hard on softness, right?
I admire that you are hard on softness.
And everybody says how nice you are. And I always tell people how nice you are. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Ooh.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
Even though it wasn't really my fault. I promise to do better in the future. I've implemented a reminder system for myself. You scare the heck out of me.
You scare the heck out of me.
That'll work, right? I hope.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me.
Yes!
One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
No! No! Shoot. All right, we're going to talk to Carla. Thank you, Elixir, for the self-care. So she's not hard on softness? Maybe she's tough on toughness?
I should let you get back to governing.
Yes, you should.
Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
Can we try the frog again?
No.
Dear Carla.
She's gonna reject it.
This is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about
I know there's a way to skip. I just forgot what it is.
You can do better. I reject your frog.
I'm sure this is very riveting.
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Try to remember why I'm carrying a frog.
Apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough.
Scrap my last apology and write a new one. Dear Carla.
Dear Carla.
Sorry for losing the book.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
I realize that you are tough on
I
toughness.
realize that you are tough on toughness.
And I always tell people how nice you are. No, and I know you're really nicer than people say you are.
Nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
Even though it wasn't really my fault.
I've implemented a reminder system for myself.
Is it gonna work?
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
Oops. I went backwards. Dear Carla, I lost your book.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
I admire that you are hard on softness.
I admire that you are hard on softness. And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
Maybe?
This is for you.
Dear Carla.
I want to say I reject your frog.
This is a
to
nice
someone.
sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Oh. It really hurts when she says I reject your frog.
It's a lot of work being governor. Classic and subtle. Like me. But I don't need to be wearing this right now.
Voodoo tricks you can do at home. Big book of treasure maps.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
What clues did I miss, huh? I missed something.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness. And everybody says how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology. Even though it wasn't really my fault.
Surely, this is good enough.
This is for you.
I mean, seriously, I lost your cookbook.
Dear Carla.
Or I lost your book.
Not really your fault. This isn't an apology. It's an excuse. I reject your frog.
I reject your frog. How many different ways can I have my frog rejected?
Dear Carla, sorry for forgetting your birthday. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. You scare the heck out of me.
Perfect.
This is for you.
Dear Carla. What's this about forgetting my birthday? I'm pretty sure I never told you my birthday. Not the real one, anyway. I reject your frog.
I love it. I love it. Oh my god. It's so good. The I reject your frog is just the best. It hurts, but it's the best.
To whom it may concern. Sorry for blowing you up that one time. With fear and respect, Guybrush. This is for you.
This frog isn't even addressed to me. I don't know what you think you're doing. I reject your frog.
In the arms of the angels. I don't remember. In the hands of the, I don't remember the sad tune that Elixia is referencing. Do you know how many frogs are rejected every day? For just pennies a month, you can adopt rejected frogs and make sure they have a pond to play in.
Dear Elaine, sorry for forgetting our anniversary. Love, Guybrush. This is for you.
This frog isn't even addressed to me. I don't know what you think you're doing. I reject your frog.
I reject your frog. I reject your frog. I reject your frog. I feel like I need an I reject your frog emote or something. Ma'am, you can't address a frog. Though you can dress one. Guessing the slimy skin of the frog makes it easier to wipe off what you've written. I love this I reject your frog bit.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I admire that you are hard on softness.
And if you yell at the frog, you could dress down a frog.
And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
I promise to do better in the future.
I promise to do better in the future.
Is this the combination lock?
This is for you.
Clip Carla returning the frog.
Carla.
Yes.
This is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
I wonder if I just don't have what I need yet.
Well, apparently a forgiveness frog doesn't work if the apology you write on it isn't good enough. Pirate Times, editor Conrad Lee, ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
So looking at the portrait wasn't helpful. What about the statue? Also, what happens when the frog rejects you? Oh dear. Tell me you don't have a frog in your throat. Let's go to Low Street and let's check.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee. Honoring Melee Island's 27th governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santa Catalina.
Heroic actions at Santa Catalina? We haven't even begun to consider Toad rejection. Dear Carla.
Dear Carla.
Sorry for
losing the book I
borrowed. Hard on softness.
I admire that you are hard on softness.
As shown by your actions at Santa Catalina.
As shown by your actions at Santa Catalina, please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
To the mansion! Surely the frog will be accepted this time. Now I know 2 things about her. Two.
This is for you.
Dear Carla. I'm impressed, Guybrush. Surprisingly thoughtful. Considering it's you, I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book. And I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
Yay!
Can I borrow this cookbook?
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so I guess I'll give you another chance.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
Yeah. I will definitely return this.
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
We're doing pretty good. I need to go to the scum bar. All right. I have the cookbook.
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush.
Yes!
I carved it off the cook's mop handle. Good times.
Yes!
It's Carla's copy of Ingredients by Barbie LaFleur.
This will be excellent. Brilliant innovation.
Busy?
Yep.
Okay. See you around.
Now, where...
The puzzles are fun. Okay. No, wait, that was my thumb. I mean, in that kitchen, probably. Maps and more. I have a sliver of wood.
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
10 minutes later.
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
Map to mop. All right, if we go on our... yeah. Well, we got directions on MopQuest. So let's just see if we're able to follow them. All right. This is the forest. And what does MopQuest say we should do? Much more efficient than Google Maps. Okay. Carnivorous plant. Mushroom. Unless... it looks like it's carnivorous plant to mushroom, then purple flower, then carnivorous plant, purple flower, but I don't know. Let's try. Puts us out there, we go mushroom. All right, mushroom took us to mushroom. And now we need to go purple flower, which will drop us out at mushroom. And then carnivorous plant, yes. Carnivorous plant, purple flower, purple flower, purple flower. Bitey Purple 3. Bitey Purple 3. And then Bitey Mushroom Purple. Bitey Mushroom Purple. Porcupines! No, hedgehogs. Whatever.
Mind your mama, little prickly kids.
Oh my god.
Hey, little fella.
Look at all the wildlife.
It's like there's a welcome.
Tiny deer. And there's a bunny, but I can't talk to the bunny. A tree. Oh.
Wow. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare endangered Melee Island mop handle tree. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare endangered Melee Island mop handle tree.
The rare endangered. Yay. I have a knife. Several hours later. What did I do? How did I light this squirrel on fire?
It's probably time for them to fly south. Hey, little dear. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish. Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for.
Well, that's all right then.
I'll take a shortcut back.
Many hours later. That was horrifying.
I carved it myself.
Well, that's all right then.
Yeah. Okay. That was horrifying.
Busy?
Yep. Seems like a lot, but okay. He'll never complain again.
The food is more exciting when you can smell the risk. It's the cook's old mop with a sliver carved out of it. I made a mop. It's a single perfect instrument that I will keep and use for a lifetime. It's a creepy shrunken head with long stringy hair.
Elixir's watch would like to remind us the time is now 8:45 p.m. Thank you. I wonder if the bundle of tangled string The sponge and the shrunken head are all potential mop heads. I used the stuffed dog, but I'm guessing I could have attached the sponge, the string, or the shrunken head, and they all would have worked. But I also stole the cook's mop too. I'm sure that's gonna go over really well, isn't it?
Fancy.
I say, janitor, if you see my waiter, tell him to hurry things up a bit. I'm positively famished.
I should put the mop back, shouldn't I?
Coming along nicely.
I felt bad taking it.
Tablespoon.
Nah, that one's got a damaged handle, and mine's brand new.
Mop.
Do I really have to salt it so often?
Look at my new mop. I made it myself.
That's a fantastic mop. Absorbent, expertly carved handle. It should last you a lifetime of fine mopping. 16 cups in a gallon. Oops. Oh, well, probably fine.
Pleasantly scorching hot.
All right. I have the mop. So now I just need a disguise, right? And the disguise...
Can you fix this?
Ah, the famous eye patch disguise of John Laney. As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away.
Good. Great. So, can you charge it up again?
I can.
If
If you bring me one more thing. A particular charm of great power.
You couldn't have told me this earlier?
I could have. You must bring me the bite of 1,000 needles. Then I will recharge your eye patch.
The bite of 1,000 needles. Can you be a tiny bit more specific?
No.
All right, see what I can do.
Get the bite of 1,000 needles for the voodoo lady. I have a suspicion as to what this might be.
Gotcha, you pointy little trichiophyte. This is a plant with a bad attitude, and enough pokey parts to back it up.
I'm guessing that's the bite of 1,000 needles. Let's see how efficient I have been.
There you go. Bite of 1,000 needles.
Tell me, is this an ancient, powerful charm, or simply a plant you found in the forest?
You were pretty opaque about what you wanted, even for you. I took my best shot.
Very well. You've always been the close enough sort.
Thanks.
spirits of deception and death, drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Well, you don't have to put it like that. That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
Well, how do I look? Yeah! What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
One does the best one can with the materials provided.
I'll just wear it when I really need to. Ugh.
You're welcome.
I think I'm ready to set sail.
Thank you, Detective Zen. We'll pop on over there shortly. Enchanted eye patch. All right. I got... Yeah. Join LeChuck's crew. To the docks. To the ducks? Stroll along the ducks. All right. Where are the eye patch?
Farther away from the quartermaster so she doesn't see me. Hi there. You must be the quartermaster.
Yep, you look like a guy without many options. I need a swabby. It's BYOM. So, show me a decent mop and the job's yours.
Okay. How's this for a mop?
Let's see. Stick. Shoddy stuffed animal. Good enough. You're hired.
Great.
We'll be getting underway soon. Why don't you come on board and I'll introduce you to the crew.
I'm excited to see my stateroom. When's a good time to discuss the benefits package?
Meanwhile, at the Scum Bar.
Threepwood's on LeChuck's ship. He's got some kind of disguise. From the bargain bin, it looks like.
So what?
You don't think this could be a problem? We didn't plan for him.
I hate not knowing what's going on. I should have taken him out the minute he walked in here.
Don't worry, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah? How?
I've got a spy on board the ship.
We're going to Monkey Island! Yo ho, to Monkey Island we will go. For once my title was accurate. Maybe. Unless we end up on one of the other islands. Part 2, A Dangerous Journey.
So once you were on LeChuck's ship, you turned the tables on them. You whipped out your sword and said, "I'm your captain now. Take me to Monkey Island, or you'll all walk the plank."
More or less.
The name's Gullet, but you're not to call me that. To you, I'm the first swab, and I want to hear the capital letters when you say it.
Capital 1. Got it.
And this is the old. You'll be spending a lot of time down here.
I thought we'd have a union or something. How much time is a lot of time?
All of it. You work here, you sleep here, you take your meals here. Forget the world you knew before. This hold is your world. The hull is your ground. The deck is your sky. And I am your deity of choice. A cruel and vengeful deity. I only have one simple rule. You are not to leave this hold under any circumstances. Any questions?
Can I leave the hold?
Can I leave the hold?
No!
What happens if I
What
leave?
happens if I leave?
I said you're not to leave under any circumstances.
Well, I know, just hypothetically. What if I did?
The worst punishment you can imagine.
Which is...
I throw you back down here. Nothing's worse than this.
Where's my bunk?
You might be all right inside one of the crates. Otherwise, be sure to cover your eyes. The chickens like to peck. But it's probably safest if you don't sleep at all. The chickens have their ways.
What's for dinner?
Oh, we'd like a bit of dinner, would we? Well, perhaps we can arrange a bit of roast duck under glass for your majesty.
That sounds good.
But seriously, learn to catch rats. You can drown them in your mop bucket. They make their own sauce.
What if I need to, you know?
Use the portal. Don't get anything on the ledge outside, though. I hate an unsightly ledge.
What am I supposed to be doing exactly?
New recruits. You're all thicker than the chickens.
Is that the whole answer?
You're supposed to be swabbing. I want this whole sparkling, as if it was clean. Now, get to work.
Pirate's life for me.
All right. That is the end of our journey in Monkey Island today. We're going to be raiding on over to Althaven for the next installment of Beacon, the alien actual play that they do over there, the Streampunks that is do over there. So they're still on the starting screen, so we're good. Thank you all so very much for joining me. I love that we made some progress in the game. I'm looking forward to more. Hannah, thank you for your resubscription. Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, of course, to my mods. Wednesday, Archives stream, have guest. Look at NASA. Saturday, back to Mars. Sunday, Control. Monday, right back here for more piratey action. I do have a raid call that you're welcome to use when we raid on over. It comes in both subscriber and non-subscriber flavors. Just copy and paste whichever one you want. And let me actually, start the raid. Hopefully you will join me and pop in over there at Althaven and say hello. Because the Streampunks are amazing and Althaven is amazing, and they will very much appreciate having you show up. So yeah, thank you all so very much for joining me. I hope I see you again soon. Until I do, get out there and do some shenanigans.